But
Hello, chat people.
hello. Um,
Stop.
I was keen on the thing they're saying they're gonna start registering animal abusers as sex offenders.
That would be a
Th-
good thing.
That would be a good thing, but then it's just another government registry, and so another paragraph.
And yeah, a
That's,
lot of people would slip through the cracks, wouldn't they?
Hmm.
yeah, it happens.
The big problem is when it comes to animal abuse. What a lot of people would say, well, I saw this person do this, and that's animal abuse, while the other person's realizing that, or somebody else realized he's just playing with the dog.
Oh, there's those dog breeds that at a natural healthy weight for the dog, you can see their ribs, and people all the time will call and say that the dog's malnourished.
That's
Greyhounds.
actually that's very true. One of my friends who has a service dog, my service dog died, as you know, and his service dog is a Vizsla. I want to say it's called Vizsla. Uh, it always looks skinny, but she's a perfectly healthy weight.
Yeah.
And people always stop him and say, like, of course you're not supposed to stop somebody with a service dog and like harass them, but of course it happens. They always said, like, are you? Shouldn't you feed this dog? It's skinny. No, it's actually really fit. Could probably eat you and your children.
Yeah, Scotsman mentions greyhounds. They're bred to run.
Yeah, the greyhounds
Yeah.
are super skinny always looking, but that's how they're supposed to look.
Right. And then see on top of that, what would you consider abuse? Would you consider, not feeding it to what you think is fat abuse, or, you know, whether the dog's outside, you know, whether the dog is outside rolling in the mud because it likes to sit and roll in the mud. Well, why aren't you keeping the dog inside where it's clean, but the dog wanted to be outside?
Hello, Tom.
Is that abuse, or,
Hello, Tom.
hey, Tom, or would some little 16-year-old girl with some teacup dog in a holder, or in some sort of cage or bag or whatever the hell those things are, her dragging it around like that, is that abuse? So it's
Yeah,
it's all very subjective.
yeah, exactly. Because my dog, when he got it, he was retired when I went into hospital last time because he's that old. Um, he was fat, and some would consider that animal abuse.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
it's just
fucking, he loved his chicken nuggies.
It's like, all right, my father is an old man, and I mean old, but he he had a dog that ended up dying, which was out of old. So my wife and I ended up getting him this dog that it's half beagle, half just Jack Russell. So talking about an
Oh,
energetic
that
little dog,
sounds like a hyperactive animal.
very much so. And the thing is, my father takes this dog out when the dog wants to go for a walk or whatever. My father will take the dog out. The dog will sit there and drag my father around. Now, here's the
Oh,
thing. Here's the weird thing about it. I've had people holler at me about, oh, he has to save, or the dog's out of shape. The dog needs to go on a diet. The dog needs to go on a diet because my father will go out, make a special trip to take this dog to McDonald's or Wendy's or somewhere, get him a hamburger. And obviously enough, because of that, this dog is twice as wide as he is tall.
oh,
Now, I've had people give me grief over the dog's health, saying this dog can't be healthy, he's so fat and all this stuff. But here's the thing, since my father's had that dog and this dog's been dragging him around like that, my father's health has actually improved quite a bit. His cholesterol's gone down, his blood pressure is normalized. Even his diabetes is a little more under control because he's more active because of this dog.
Yeah.
And
I
people
mean,
holler at me about the dog, and I look at them and I tell them, and I know people holler at me about or would like to holler at me about this, but when it boils down to it, it's a fucking dog. My father's health versus a dog.
well, they help one another. It's like a symbiotic relationship, isn't it?
Well, it's a symbiotic relationship, but it is symbiotic. But like I said, I mean, if it still helps my father's health, to slowly
Morning,
kill this dog
and
by
1 second.
by
Tom, Phantom had some IRL things. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah, no worries. What I was saying is, if it helps my father's health to slowly kill this dog, sorry, it's a dog.
Listen,
Bye,
a
Rover.
fat dog just means they have a lot of love.
Yeah. People could say what they want about my dog in his dying days. I knew it was coming. I should have prepared myself better for it. But he got spoiled to death, literally, probably, because he did get his cheeseburgers.
Oh, there was hardly ever a meal I would eat that the dog didn't get at least like a nibble on.
Yeah, I swear to God, my dog ate half the food, like more than half the food I ever ate. But
It's like my son.
I saw this article, probably the day my dog died. This guy was grieving the loss of his dog, and he went to a shelter and adopted all the dogs nobody wanted that were stuck in there forever. And if you don't hear from me for a while, I probably did the same thing that he did, and I'm surrounded by dogs.
Worst things have been done.
Yeah, I could do worse. I could adopt a bunch of raccoons.
See, I was gonna go for like Malaysian kids or something. You're gonna be the next
There you
Angelina
go.
Jolie.
I could adopt all of Angelina's children. I don't think she can handle them anymore. She's very frail.
Oh, that brings up a question. Did you make it home today, Trucker, or are you still
Nope.
out and about or stuck out?
Oh
That is
God, no!
bullshit.
I'm stuck out. Oh, it gets even better. All right, so I delivered yesterday to an area just outside of DC called Silver Spring.
Maryland?
Yeah.
Yep. Where I get lost every time, damn it.
I don't see why. It's a big circle.
It's because my GPS never wants me to be around there. It never registers when I leave a state and enter a different one.
If you're in the Washington D.C. area, on the Beltway, when you cross from one state to another, you're crossing over a river. That's it. That's the way to know. If you're crossing over a big drawbridge, that's over on the Alexandria side. If you're crossing over some rickety ass little bridge where traffic's really, really bad, that's the other side.
I think I've seen you go over that before. I'm not sure though.
Probably.
I only remember the Rappahannock River because people used to throw themselves off that bridge, and my ex-husband used to have to collect their bodies.
The Rappahannock River.
Rappahannock is in Fredericksburg, yeah.
I'm thinking, are you talking about the one over on 3 or over off of in town?
It's if you're in Fredericksburg in town, it's right there. Like if you're in downtown Fredericksburg, like the little tiny area where I lived.
I was gonna say if it's the bridge I'm thinking about, they didn't jump to their deaths. They didn't jump to a watery death. They jumped onto a bunch of rocks.
Yeah, what would happen was they would jump and the current would suck them under. if they didn't hit a rock, they would be sucked under.
Well, I was going to say, but I mean, if it's the bridge I'm thinking of, which probably not, but that's not that deep in through there.
It's not deep. I used to swim in it. I would go jogging on that trail, and I'd go in the water to cool
We are
off.
thinking of a different one then, because I'm thinking of the one on 1, just south of I'm thinking of the one on 1, which is just south of
Trying to think of what exit that
Business
Fredericksburg
17.
exit was. It's been a while,
130 probably. 126 is Spotsylvania. 130 is
Spotsylvania.
yeah. 130 is the main part of the retail area at Fredericksburg. 133 is Spotsylvania, and then downtown Fredericksburg.
Down
Wait.
in Fredericksburg is
Yeah.
that was my exit.
133 was your exit?
I lived on Washington Avenue in Fredericksburg, the historic district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Washington Avenue, there is one. Route 1, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, when you get south of Fredericksburg, it turns into Richmond Highway, but
I really like Richmond. I don't care what anyone has to say about Richmond. I like it there. They have good thrift stores.
Richmond's all right. I like my little town better.
I like going out just right outside of Fredericksburg. There's lots of little thrift stores as well.
Yeah.
That's all I would do. What kind of dog would you get if you had to pick like the perfect dog that you always wanted?
Who, me?
Anybody? You?
I always wanted like a Saint Bernard or something that is just a massive dog, but I probably won't be able to take good care of it, so probably not.
My Saint Bernard was called. I named her Buttercup, Princess Buttercup. She was a rascal. I think I would pick a Irish Wolfhound. Those giant ass dogs. I think big dogs are great, and little dogs are really, really great as well. So
A little dog is the last dog I got bit by. Did not want to take a bath. I got to take a bath, and it took a bite on my thumb.
oh, yeah, little dogs are very, very nippy.
Yeah, my foster parents, their friends up north, had dogs that when you got there, they did not want you to come in. But once you got in, sat down, and were talking to them for a while, when you got up to leave, they did not let you leave either.
Aww.
I miss my husky.
Oh, was your husky very hyperactive as well? Because my friend has a husky he's raising, and
Very
he
playful.
is, like at his wit's end at this moment.
Well, my husky wasn't hyperactive. He was playful. That's what he was. Yeah, very playful. What was actually wild, something about that husky we had was something we would do every now and then is we would give him now from time to time my wife and I would buy these turkey loaves, which is basically a meatloaf made out of turkey.
That sounds good.
It actually is. And it is probably the simplest thing to make. You basically take this little foil pan out of the box and throw it in the oven for 2.5 hours. Bada bing. And what we would do is get that turkey loaf, and you open it up, and it's basically a turkey meatloaf in gravy. Well, we would take the meatloaf out of the foil pan, save some of the gravy, for us to put on it, and then give the dog the rest of the gravy. Well, he would sit
Oh.
there. He would sit there and stick his nose in there, realize it's too hot, and then just start prancing around the house like, "I got gravy, I got gravy, I got gravy." Goes goes back over to it. Nope, still too hot. I got gravy, I got gravy, I got gravy.
Yeah, that is a great. Scotsman says, I agree with Thunder when he says, if it, yeah, my saying, if it's smaller than my cat, it's not a dog. Then again, I have a 20-pound cat, so he's a big boy.
I'm just waiting for the day you adopt a pangolin, Green.
I want to, but I'm not sure if you can since they're endangered
They're
because of
exotic animals. So.
Yeah.
They're in danger, no.
Mm. So maybe you could just get an armadillo and pretend it's a pangolin.
That would go into the category of close enough.
Yeah, close enough. You could like dye it green or something. Eco-friendly green dye, some shit like that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of food dye. Another thing I might want to get, but I know my mom won't let me, is that I use it as my avatar every once in a while. It's the blunt-headed tree snake. Thing looks like a meatball on the end of a spaghetti noodle. But mom does not like snakes.
The one thing I'm most mad at God about is that he never made a snake with curly hair. I mean, he had all this time and he didn't make a snake that had curly hair. I would adopt that shit. Yeah. I'd feed it all the rats I could find.
That's like them snakes from the old Disney cartoons.
And I would brush its hair and style it.
A snake with hair would be.
Hey, it could happen someday if evolution is true, right? Maybe.
Yeah. What reason would they need to have hair? Most places they live in, they get plenty of heat from the sun, or I know around here, like the reason the constrictors don't get as big as they do in like South America is because they go to sleep for 6 months out of the year.
That's the fucking life I want. I'll be back in 6 months, you guys. Bye.
It is. I've seen like video of like finding like a snake den with like 100 snakes frozen.
Oh, what? That reminds me of that scene from. Hey, Trucker Green.
Mhm.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but do you remember that movie Wild America?
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's about the National Geographic photographer, but it's played by like I think Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And they find like a den of bears all like hibernating, like cold and frozen, sleeping.
Yeah. Oh. There's
Jonathan
a lot of
Taylor Thomas still a thing.
I don't think so.
Isn't he the one from Home Improvement that did the Christmas movie where he had to get home for Christmas to get a car?
Yeah, he was the one that all the girls my age liked when I was that age. Him and like Hanson against the whole world when I was a kid.
Bap, doop, bap, bap, doo, bap, doo, bap, bap.
Bop, boo, bop.
Yay, 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 yay.
We don't have to write lyrics because we are blonde and young and little brothers. Doop-a-dop-bow.
Canadian. Weren't they Canadian?
No, they're from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh God.
Sorry,
Not all
don't
bad
tell
music
anyone
is
I
from
just- I
Canada.
knew that.
Just Well, Nickelback isn't Nickelback Canadian?
Yes,
They're not that
Um,
bad.
and to
because
Canada, they should stay. Just like Brian Adams.
Justin Bieber is a goddamn disgrace to
Oh,
humanity.
he's a Canadian as well, then.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Canada. This is very sad.
Uh, yeah, I think most Canadians are like, yeah, no, we disavow
What's a good thing that
him.
came out of Canada?
There is Hawaiian pizza, which is good. I don't care what anyone else says.
Maple syrup.
Yeah, maple syrup too.
maple syrup is just as much Vermont and
Uh, where'd
New
you go?
England as it is.
But uh, what else came out of Canada? Hockey's good. Or there's been some fun hockey movies.
Michael J. Fox was from Canada, wasn't he?
Uh, I'm not sure. Uh, I do know he can probably make one hell of a cocktail now.
Yeah,
Well,
because you
it
shake.
also depends. Some
Well,
cocktails
what if
can't
you
be
want it?
shaken.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if you want it stirred, not shaken?
Oh my god, I want to find that. There is a web game like it's called The Right Mix, and basically you're mixing drinks, and it does have a thing where if you shake the cocktail for too long, it explodes.
it's,
Did
it's
you just
better.
laugh so much you snorted?
Listen, I snort sometimes, okay? I'm not going to hide it anymore.
Oh my god, that is an old web game that, yeah, I do revisit every once in a while because it's fun to see. Like, depending on the way you mix it, he either thinks it's good or he commits suicide in a weird way.
Sometimes when I get really depressed and sad and I want to, like, introvert into my childhood, I'll play Animal Crossing for hours. So if you're ever wondering where I am, I'm either in the hospital or I am playing Animal Crossing and probably swearing at several other people around me.
I usually get, I'm trying not, every once in a while I get sucked into a game, especially when it just updates and I haven't played it in a while.
I mean, but seriously, no one's going to grill me about playing Animal Crossing? What am I, 9?
I mean, you have to pay that mortgage, so that's a really adult game.
I can't say much. Was this 2019? I play Super Ghouls and Ghosts a lot, so
That's badass, though.
it was in the 90s.
Okay. Scotsman's asking what happened to the game stream. I was going. My stepfather's health has not been too great, so I've been distracted with that. So I might be dropping the game streams for a while.
Well, I hope he does okay. Well, I hope he's okay. I don't know. But
Just I'm going to try to get one going Saturday, but other than that, I've been just worried, hoping he makes it.
yeah, understandable. What was Scotty talking about Fallout?
Yeah, the Fallout.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck in the crater that is Big Mountain. It used to be a bigger mountain, and the science facilities used to be underground. Then an accident happened, and apparently they blew off the entire top of the mountain. Like
Nice.
that is in canon, like in the game. There's some neat canon to that game.
Yeah, I don't mind that game at all. I actually really like it.
My favorite little tidbit of information you get is one of the first quests you do to help the ghouls uh, go into space for whatever reason. They want to go to space, so you help them. But you find on a terminal it saying they got stealth boys in, and an employee apparently nicked a couple and was sexually harassing other employees. Basically,
I'm not following this plot. What's going on in this
uh,
game?
a stealth boy is basically military equipment that makes you invisible. But
Okay.
the thing basically says it doesn't spell it out that that was what happened. It just says employees are reminded that they are not supposed to use military equipment, and also everyone has to attend a sexual harassment meeting.
Sounds
Okay
like
then.
IRL.
So someone was going around playing nipple pinchy, invisible.
Could we talk about how bad Fallout 76 was, though?
I stayed away from it. I would have probably been caught up in that if my caretaker was still alive and I still basically had his nice, decent income.
That
But,
game should have just been released as cold.
oh
This is
yeah,
a
it's
glitch.
free to play. It's free now, which means people who paid money for it are like, "Are you
Yeah,
shitting
like
me?"
me. I'm the dumb bastard that paid money for it.
Oh, I would have probably, if I had the money, I would have so totally bought the power armor helmet and canvas bag, and
You
would
mean
have been.
nylon?
Oh yeah, I would have been livid. Like, this is not canvas, you dumb shits. People are like, yeah, no one is really caring that they got a nylon bag. They mostly care about the helmet. But no, I would care about getting a shittier product than I was promised.
Why did Tom say Hawaiian pizza? Because he just triggered something in my brain and now I want Hawaiian pizza. There's
Wait,
absolutely nothing wrong with warm pineapple. If you're skittish
it's all right.
about that, go to Syria and eat the dirt.
I'm trying to. I gotta figure out how to get the pineapple to grow. Uh, Technically, you're supposed to be able to pull the top off and get it to root, but
But you're in Michigan. I don't think that's really a tropical area for pineapples to grow.
I was gonna try. I don't think I'm
you,
gonna succeed, and I don't think it's sprouting roots. But
you
No,
should
succeed you won't.
make a greenhouse green thunder.
I want to, but I don't have the plexiglass. And
I'll help you.
greenhouses are awesome.
I'll be there in like 28 hours.
I know the juvenile had a greenhouse, and in winter, the things I saw in it, in winter, it still got up to like 90 degrees in the greenhouse.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I want to get my box of games out of the barn and see if they still work. There is a PS1 game that uh, it's some crap. I forget what it is, but it's Dragoon. So dragon spelled with two O's, and there's people who can transform into like some dragon armored creature for more power. But it's like a turn-based RPG.
Well, what is it called?
Something about Dragoon. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a really fun game. And all I remember of the plot is there's this giant dragon walking through that you're trying to get to. And the beginning of the game is you accidentally releasing the evil that you then have to reseal at throughout the game. But you get stronger, get better weapons, and it's one of the funniest. It's the game that I first learned what a rapier is, which I still need to get one for my collection.
PS1 emulator has taken over my life. Scotty, I'm sorry to hear that. Just get an N64 and just be angry that there's no good games on it. Then you won't have to worry about it.
Hey, uh, Perfect Dark was a great game.
N64 was the worst console ever made. Every single game looks like it was shot through a butthole.
That's because of graphics at the time. Yeah, but yeah, nowadays they look like they were. Uh, I've actually bought the Perfect Dark for the Xbox. Like they redid it, and it controls like ass. Never mind the look; it controls like ass.
That sounds good though.
No, like some dirty, nasty ass.
Okay. Okay. Trucker, do you have any good stories on the road?
Pertaining to.
Have you seen any really wicked wrecks lately? Yikes. Because that was a common thing when I lived where you lived.
Um,
I-95 is just a fucking wrecking ball of corpses and dead people like stuck up in trees and shit in my mind.
yeah, you still see them pretty often. Unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, my dash cam does not pick them up because you can see the car back in the woods. The camera can't. But I mean, there's forever cars in the woods.
I remember going to a coroner call on the highway, and yeah, someone was sure as shit stuck up in a tree, dead as shit.
Hmm.
And all that my ex-husband could do was just to gather as much of the body parts up as he could into a bag. I mean, there was still shit left behind. Don't let anyone tell you crime scenes are fully clean. They're not.
Yeah, no, there's no way. The one of the only times I've had to or call the police, someone apparently went into the woods with their, I guess, girlfriend's car because later we found out that he technically stole it. But he was just driving through our woods, and then we noticed him when he tried to drive across the creek and got stuck.
Uh, did he drown in it?
No, it's like ankle deep creek, but
Oh,
it was enough for the car to get stuck, and they had to get a tow truck to get the car out.
busted.
But yeah, found out he didn't get arrested because of like trespassing or anything. He got arrested because he technically stole the car.
Yeah. GTA, Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, that's another game that will suck all the like all your spare time, especially the Grand Theft Auto Online, where
Do people still play that game?
apparently a lot of the people I know from when I played it still play it.
Oh, the last I remember was GTA San Andreas, and you got to be a gangster and like pop caps and shit.
What decade is this? Pop caps?
I don't know. Is that what you do?
So, because of the rumor that there was a Yeti in San Andreas, they actually one of the things you can do for like you can become a CEO and steal cargo. You can actually get like a Yeti fur, like a taxidermy Yeti fur, and I think there is actually Yetis in a mission in GTA now.
It would be cool. It would be cool if they made the Yeti so you could cut them open like in Star Wars and live inside of it.
No, that was a tauntaun.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
You can get a tauntaun sleeping bag. I've seen it.
I actually want one. That would be amazing if I could wear a tauntaun as a body warmer.
Actually, it would be kind of cool to have a like a Halloween costume to make it look like you're riding a tauntaun.
Yeah. I wait. Did Trucker? Didn't your kid go as like a Velociraptor, a T-Rex, or something?
Uh, Actually, he ended up not going out for Halloween because it was raining, or what was it? It was raining and
Wasn't
cold
wasn't
and
there like a
icky.
really bad storm there for Halloween? Here it was snowing.
Yeah, yeah, but he's 2, so it doesn't really, it doesn't bother him that much.
He will never remember that year.
I've given up on going trick or treating and getting a costume. I've just like, yeah, screw it. Let's just wait till after Halloween and buy the candy half off.
Well,
But
that's
Green, let's
because
be
you're
honest.
almost 30, Green.
Green, let's be
I'm a
honest
kid
though.
at heart.
You could go trick or treating in your Green Man costume.
I did that one year actually.
That's awesome. Green Man.
I only trick or treated half the night because it was really cold and nothing but that freaking spandex on was too cold for me.
How
Let's
are
be
you?
honest. Let's be honest. Thunder probably sat there singing that damn song in that green costume. Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt.
I'm green. Dabu dee dabu die. Still say that song's wrong.
And it was all greenish. Sorry, I was trying to do the Coldplay Yellow song, but using the word green, and it really didn't work, did
I
it?
don't know who does the I'm blue dabu dee dabu die.
Eiffel 65.
Oh, Trucker, how did you know that?
That's all right. You ready
Trucker.
for this one? You'll after this you will never hear the lyrics to that song the same way again. I'm blue and I'm in need of a guy. I'm in need
Oh
of a
God.
guy. I'm in need of a guy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I like the song.
That just makes it better.
Green in his spandex green outfit with his X-ray glasses would be like
I'm
the
so
perfect
I so
trick-or-treater.
totally am looking into getting just clear lenses so I can just use the frames for that. I just pop the red and white ones out and pop like some clear or maybe some green ones in.
Have you ever worn those lenses that change your eye color like to white or like red? Because that's fucking creepy, and you should do it. I want to
I
do it.
wanted to get contacts to change my eyes to green, but the ones I found were like $50 a piece and they were one time use.
What is one-time use? Was that, I mean, like 24 hours and that's it?
Yeah, I think
Because
so. So
I don't do contacts because I don't. I have a thing about touching my eyeball. Can't do it. I'll never be able to do that. Also, I'm afraid of touching, you know, that little bump on your wrist that sticks out? I'm afraid of touching that. I don't know why.
A little bump on your wrist.
Yeah, you know that there's like a bump on, and it goes the same for like your ankle. You know that little knob thing on like the outside of your ankle?
The ball.
The part of the bone that sticks out? Yeah, I can't touch
Yeah.
that either. Fucking. Also, no, I can't touch my own belly button. I find it very disturbing.
how do you clean it?
I don't need to take a bath, but
Oh,
I
you do.
won't touch it. I mean, aren't you afraid that you'll like touch inside of your belly button and then like you'll like touch the inside of like your like I don't know internal organs or something, or I don't.
It's
It's a
your
weird phobia.
your internal organs are fine as long as they don't become external.
Yeah, but like, what if I touch my belly button too hard inside and then like I rupture something and then I just bleed out and everyone will know that I did finally touch my belly button.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Do you guys not have any belly buttons? I've got an any.
Um, I do have a belly button. There is actually people who have like got plastic surgery to remove their belly button.
Wait. What does that surgery entail? Just like
I
covering it
don't
up like it
know.
never existed?
Yeah, there's like a supermodel who has done this, and someone has to go and Photoshop back in a belly button.
That's amazing. Okay. It's a whole new
Why not?
world of crazy.
You either have an innie or a shit doctor.
Well, yeah, wait, what makes an Audi then? Yeah, a shitty doctor that didn't cut it right?
I don't know.
Um, it's how the umbilical cord heals.
Yeah.
When you have a child, it's when you have a child, they don't exactly. It's not like they cut it and tuck it in. They actually just cut the umbilical cord, and after about 2 weeks, it dies, shrivels up, and falls off. It all depends on how it falls off.
God, what are they? Where are all of these shriveled up like remnants of the umbilical cords going, though?
Usually in a diaper, because it falls off while it's in the diaper, and you never even notice it's falling off.
And I thought diapers were gross before.
It's like, have you ever had a cat from like a really young age? It's lost all its teeth. Cats have baby teeth that they lose.
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, Mandy, you think that's bad? You really be grossed out about something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Baby's diapers. Once the baby actually gets up and starts moving around, they don't work that well.
Yeah, I was a nanny for several years. And not only did the baby spread shit all over the walls next to its crib, and I say it as in I don't like children. Um,
And yet you were a nanny. Figure that one out.
Well, I learned to not like children. I liked the children at first, but then I was like, I shouldn't be a nanny anymore. I don't like this. This isn't my thing. So I did.
They're
say,
fine in
"Thank
small
you."
doses, but I don't want to take care of them.
I don't know how you do it, Trucker. Honestly, really. And then
It's my
the
son.
whole thing about
That's
diapers.
probably the big thing right there. Is I deal with a lot of what my son does because it's my son.
Yeah, I guess that would definitely make the difference for me. It wasn't my kid. I didn't like it. I mean, she was really cute and sweet and all that, but yeah, she really liked to like smear shit all over the walls and her face and everything. And then the dog would get into the diapers. I was a bad nanny, by the way.
So Mary Poppins, you were not.
Definitely not like that. I was a good nanny, but I just didn't feel any connection with the child. That's all.
I've never. I don't like being around kids. They're weird.
Kids are fucking weird as shit. I don't know how my parents dealt with me or my two brothers.
Like I said, your opinion would completely change if it was your child.
Probably,
That's
but
true.
I suck at taking care of myself, so I'm not gonna be in the position to have to take care of something else. Well, except for the cats.
I can't have kids. I can't have kids now, so I'm
Don't be so quick to say that. I mean, unless you've actually had the full hysterectomy.
No, I haven't.
Because up until my wife actually got pregnant with our son, I wasn't supposed to be able to have kids.
Really?
Really.
Well, I keep it safe. I don't do the sex anymore. I feel like I'm old enough not to even bother with it. Also, I'm a hermit that tends to
I
stay by myself all the time.
I don't like when I'm made to leave the house, which I was made to leave yesterday or last night.
Zero stars out of 10. I would not recommend going outside.
Oh, I go outside all the time. I just never leave the property.
Same, yeah. I go in the backyard sometimes. It's really fun, for sure.
And we lost a trucker.
Oh, is he driving now?
I didn't think he might be driving like his personal vehicle, but or I'm not sure. Oh, there. He is.
Whoops. Got a phone call.
Yeah,
Got
this
a phone call.
I found this really cool thing that I really want people to know, but nobody would understand how great it is. I was watching an old episode of Cops last night, and this drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race, I swear to God, it was him out of drag, and he was pulled up. He wasn't pulled over by the cops. He was stopped by stopped at a gas station because he had sat in his truck for like 4 hours, and the cop was just like, "What are you doing?" And this guy was totally tweaked out of his mind, and I really want to find the clip of it to send it to RuPaul.
Sure, RuPaul probably already knows about it.
RuPaul knows all about the tweaking. He came
Oh
up
my
in
God.
Brooklyn.
There was a drag queen that the stage name was Sharon Needles. Like,
Sharon
really?
Needles. Yep. Sharon Needles. This is the Sharon Needles song. That was my favorite drag queen. Don't share your needles with Sharon Needles. You'll get the clap or the butt flu. You will, or maybe at you.
Okay,
I
then.
like I like Sharon Needles. She's a Philadelphia queen. I mean, well, his name is Aaron Cody.
It was on. I wasn't watching it. I was watching Top Gear because I like Top Gear.
Hmm.
That was before that got. I don't know if Top Gear got canceled or either way. It's not those because I think he like punched the director over a salad or something. I forget what happened.
Wow, was he vegan to punch someone over a salad?
It was I think it was Jeremy Clarkson. I forget what the dispute was, but I think it was something that stupid. And then the other two went off and did their own thing.
The reason you should pay attention to Sharon Needles is because Sharon Needles is the best drag queen. No other drag queens need to exist. Also, when he won RuPaul's Drag Race, he got a bunch of plastic surgery and doesn't look the same anymore.
Yeah. I want them to come out with a surgery that would actually make it to where your hair naturally can be whatever color you want it. So I'd have green hair naturally with surgery.
I feel like we should be this advanced that we could do that. Is that safe?
Probably takes like some sort of genetic manipulation.
Yeah, and that only happens. It's really hard to do the genetic manipulation on large, uh, on adults. You kind of have to do it when they're just like one or two cells,
Hmm.
which at that point they can't really consent to what they want, so it's unethical.
Green and Trucker. Have you ever seen that movie, Practical Magic? Had Sandra Bullock and what's the redhead's name? Nicole Kidman.
Yes,
No,
unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, you have Trucker. I knew it. I, I,
A lot of
I,
times when
I
movies
know
come out with that, I'm one of those people who watch it to be pissed.
you can't be pissed at that movie. Come on.
Yes, you can. Because every time a movie comes out like that, when somebody finds out about my faith, they sit and do the whole, "Oh, that's must be what it's like for you." No,
uh, I think more people
you can
need to
do that.
worship
You can
Balder.
because the bullshit that movies like that space out, or the the bullshit that the movies like that sit there and spew. Some kid is going to sit there and say, "Oh, they're witches. That must be they're pagans. Once they're pagans, I can do this. I can do that." Shut up.
Uh,
They can't.
it's
Yeah.
like the pentagram. Most people think it's an evil talisman, but it's actually not.
What is it then? Is it like a protection thing? Oh,
Yeah,
what?
I believe the
It's a
normal
symbol.
pentagram. The
It's a symbol. That's all it really is.
Yeah,
It's a The matter is, you have to look at the odd point. Is the odd point pointing up or pointing down? If it's pointing up, it means spirit over the flesh. The ones the Satanists use is flesh over the spirit. Blah 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 blah.
yeah. But seriously, need to worship Balder. He was really cool up until he got killed by mistletoe.
Okay then.
Did you guys see that article about the woman being killed by feral pigs in Texas?
Wouldn't surprise me. Pigs are
Well, wild
mean.
boars, I think it was.
Well, yeah, wild boars are
Yes.
mean.
Right in the
Yes, I heard
front
And
about that.
yard. It looked like it was right in the front yard. Oh yikes!
that sucks.
Yeah, killed her a pack. Yeah, while she was walking her kids to school.
Oh, well, they didn't get the kids at least, I guess.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
if you remember that
apparently,
movie, sorry.
okay, I'm going to go. Apparently, pigs and boars are a good way to get rid of a body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That movie Snatch. Do you remember the movie Snatch?
Uh, I haven't seen
Never
it.
seen it.
The boss guy would feed like the people who let him down to his pigs, and they would eat in like within a few minutes. A few pigs would eat like a whole body.
Bones and all.
Wait, I never even knew pigs had teeth.
Yeah, I'm never seen pig teeth, but they have to if they can eat bone.
They do.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know wild boars have those fang things on the
the
bottom of the
tusks.
top of the boat. But
Oh
I don't
my
know.
god, that is the worst thing I've seen on Twitter. That Elon Tusk. It's like a hyper realistic like uh Elon Musk with tusks and like a bunch of like plastic surgery scars on his face.
No,
It is horrible.
Elon Musk is a hack and a half.
He true, but yeah, he comes up with some fantastic. Well, at least his team comes up with fantastic stuff. That truck
He
has
bought
really grown
he
on me. I want to have a go at it and see if it will work in
uh
Michigan because
he bought he bought Tesla and then turned it into a company of exploding cars. Basically, that's his name
Well, yeah,
to me.
that's one thing. Sometimes batteries don't perform well in cold climate, so I'm not quite sure if the truck will, if it will do off road like normal off road truck can, or uh, if it can, will it perform as well through the snow?
Okay, was he really being honest about that fucking truck? Because, sorry for the F bomb. Am I allowed to swear on here?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, because I swear to God, he just did it for all the memes that have been coming
Oh
out.
yeah, he definitely did it for the memes.
I did it for the memes.
Listen, that is one of the best reasons to do stuff. Do it for the memes.
Yeah, just do it for the memes. No memes left behind.
My favorite reason to do something though has got to be no reason.
Yeah. Pretty much the only reason there is.
Yeah.
My favorite is still watching. I saw this video where a woman was sitting there talking about, I've never used my car's come to me feature, had Tesla. So she set off that come to me feature on her car. Thing ran over like a curb and rubbed another car.
Yeah, they're not as entirely good at driving themselves yet. But the second they do,
Maybe.
there's going to be a whole section of Pornhub where people fucking in the backseat while getting to their meeting.
It's already there.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yep.
you can watch porn in a Tesla.
Now you can film porn in a Tesla.
Have you seen
You
the
can film porn any way you want, really, if you want to.
Tesla cars are technically the most expensive video game console. You can actually play games in it.
Fuck,
they-
I would film a porn in a 79 Scout. That would be my ideal porn.
I wonder if anyone's has ever been allowed to do a porn in that the Vomit Comet, the 0G plane thing.
Oh, so
That
like
sounds like fun.
it's like being on like a gravitron.
Not in that specific, that one specific plane, but it's been done.
It was funny. I've heard someone describe it like because they do several ups and downs. Like the ups, when the plane's going upward, it like someone said their phone felt like it weighed like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
But down, the free fall looks awesome.
Trucker, do you think Tesla will ever come out with a truck for you to drive?
There already are trucks.
They already made trucks.
Yeah, there are already fully
like
electric.
Semis, yeah.
There are fully electric trucks. There are autonomous trucks. There are autonomous yard trucks in several places around the country. I really do not believe that they're going to replace us, though.
The one I saw,
that can't be. There's too much margin of error for them to replace people with cars that drive themselves.
Yeah.
The one I saw only has a range of 600 miles, and isn't that what you do one way?
That's what I do in a day, but I do round trips almost every day.
Yeah. Okay. So
Trucker crosses half the globe in half a day, basically.
No, just a fraction, just like a quarter of the East Coast in distance.
Oh, it's 11 o'clock now. So this
Yes,
means, let's see, this is Wednesday. So wait, is blind trucking going at 7 or 7:30?
She's not going at all today.
Oh, well, okay. I wanted to join after the show, but my phone was almost dead, so I couldn't.
Yeah, it's all good.
So then I guess I'll see you whenever I see you. Until
Good
then,
night.
I guess. Bye.
Bye bye, guys.